talk about something else that was really, really chatted about this past week too, particularly over the weekend, the Caleb Shomo of it all. Man, I can't go much further without talking about this because this is, to me, it's an unfortunate situation. And that is, I'm saying this because I think divorce in general sucks. I am a child of divorce. And it is something that, whether, you realize it or not, it impacts, firstly, the entire family. Secondly, literally everybody around that couple. Everybody around that couple is impacted when divorce happens. So I feel for Caleb. I feel for Flor. I believe that's a correct way to pronounce her name. I feel for them both. This has to be painful for both of them for a multitude of reasons. I don't know why Caleb coming out was a headline and all. I don't think it had to be. I don't think it was a shock to anybody either. But it just, that, I think from what I could see, that was where most of the comments were at with this. That like, dude, why is this even a headline? And then I saw some concern for Flor, his wife, which I have as well. Because this can't be an easy thing to accept for her. Her statement was very heartfelt and filled with love for Caleb. Caleb's statement pretty much stuck to his own story, his own opinion, didn't really detail, her or, and I have to wonder if that was done by choice. Some people thought that was sus. Some people thought that was disrespectful, but I have to wonder if that was done by choice, because I question if he wanted to try to avoid adding fuel to what she was going through. And he knew that maybe naming her specifically would add to that. Maybe he didn't want her to go through that. That's one theory that I have. We'll never really know. But I think they're both doing the best they can with this. I was somewhat familiar with both Caleb and Flor, his wife, because of Katie Maloney and Dana Cathan. I love Disrespectfully. I love that podcast. And I love Katie Maloney, period. Attitude, style, all the above. Dana's funny to me. Dana's entertaining to me. So I listen. And both Caleb and Flor were part of their friend group. At least it appeared on Instagram. Flor did an episode of Disrespectfully with them, where she kind of talked about the beginning of her relationship with Caleb. So go and check that out if you want a little bit more of the lore. But there was nothing in that episode that alluded to this being announced. At least not that I'm looking back on later going, oh. So I feel for them and their whole friend group right now, because this is going to cause some changes. This is going to cause some adjustments. And I hope that everybody does okay in response to this, because divorce sucks. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. So I feel for both of them. Be patient with both of them as they navigate through this. That's really what I wanted to say about Caleb, because it broke over the weekend and everybody was kind of like really reacting to this. So I don't want to go through this episode without at least acknowledging that. I understand that there's been talk about industry plants a lot this last week too. I want to dedicate a whole episode to that, which we will do next week.